Welcome to Inner Racing by Motorsport Mind. This is the audio version of my popular monthly free video series on mental skills in motorsport. I'm your host Greg, and I'm here to share with you practical insights and strategies to help you enhance your mental racing performance both on and off the track. So get ready as we dive deep and explore the mindset behind successful racing, and as we look at practical ways that you can sharpen your racing mental skills performance and gain a competitive edge when you go racing. Let's get started.
Hi everybody, Greg here, and in this week's I want to just touch on the idea of confidence and false confidence. Big topic. It's really important. Nothing will impede your progress more than false confidence. I mentioned it recently in another video about an ice metaphor. We'll have a look at that again now. And just really to check in with yourself and sort of think about what do you need to do to have true confidence. So recently I mentioned a metaphor that I'm quite fond of, which is about ice in relation to confidence and false confidence. If you have a sheet of ice, both might look the same, right? Confidence and false confidence. If they were a sheet of ice, you'd look at them and go, both a sheet of ice. And they both look like ice, not a problem. The only thing that actually gives it away is when you apply pressure to it. When you apply pressure to the ice, the false confidence, which is a bit thin and a bit weak, doesn't have the strength there, cracks under pressure. The true confidence, solid, it holds. When we're talking about false confidence, you might think of it as bravado or bravado, as some people might call it. It's sometimes the idea of what we might call sometimes cognitive dissonance, in that I have two opposing thoughts or beliefs that I'm kind of holding at the same time, and therefore there's a bit of a conflict going on. So we'll give an example of a driver who says they're really fast, they've got the pace, they're top 5, it's amazing, but results don't bear that out, either week to week or across a weekend. The two things just aren't there. And we might see this again with performance where Thursday or a Friday, practice or warm up, I'm really fast. Warm up on a Saturday, maybe I'm fast as well. Yeah, it's going well. Gets to qualifying, or it gets to Sunday race, my performance isn't as good as the practices of the warm ups. Why? Because something is giving. Right? There is, when we talk about confidence, you know that I've spoken many times about confidence isn't a thing. It's a collection of beliefs. It's a state. It's not a thing in and of itself. What we've got is, if we see that on a Friday, I'm fast, but on a Saturday or Sunday, I'm not performing quite as well. What does it tell us? Well, it tells me that somehow on a Saturday qualifying or Sunday race, my noise is kicking up. And again, thinking about a recent video, it's kicking me out of the flow. It's generating noise, it's causing my performance to go down, I'm losing focus, concentration. As my noise goes up, it compounds and it all unravels. When I'm talking to drivers and riders, and sometimes I'm saying to them, what is it, what kind of things could you improve upon? Have you identified any areas, what could you do better? And I get no, nothing, it's all good. But then that doesn't translate either on a Saturday or a Sunday. Then that's just not true. That's what we might label as false confidence. Rather than addressing the things that I think, actually, yeah, that could. Again, we're reviewing this idea that a weakness is there rather than an opportunity to improve. We're viewing that doubt as a failure rather than something to pay attention to and go, right, okay, how do I fix this? How do I solve this so that it doesn't happen on the Sunday? How can I keep that confidence up? So it might be just minimizing noise, taking control of the organism and maximizing my state. It might be actually that I don't have certain skills. It might be that I'm not looking after myself, and by the time I'm getting to Sunday, I'm under so much load physically, because maybe I'm not fit enough, that my mental noise goes up as well. It might be technically I'm not adaptable enough. Either way, by being able to assess my own confidence. I can see whether or not it's false confidence and it will crack under pressure, or whether it will hold true. And again, this comes back to that very idea that confidence is competence. If I can do something, that's fine. I'll be confident. If I have doubt about my ability to do something, or my ability to put a certain skills or things into action, I might have doubt, and then that will lead to this false confidence again, because it will generate noise. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm as good as them. I don't know if that. Oh, I don't know if I'd go well in this weather. All of it comes back to mental noise again. So we talk about confidence and false confidence. We're talking about beliefs. We're talking about noise. How can we combat that? What could we do to help banish the false confidence, so that every session you can go in fully confident in your ability? And again, we've spoken about it in recent videos. We've talked about goals. We've talked about flow. We've talked about all these kinds of things. But essentially, it's this being able to self-reflect, like in the check-ins on a Monday or the race weekend report cards, being able to look at your performance and identify honestly, just, well, that's good. I'm not very good at that. I need to improve that. That's okay. This guy does it well. He does it better than me. I need to be able to do that. Yeah, I didn't do this. I've got a really bad habit. I don't do that enough. Just being honest about your application in what you do to achieve your best performance. It's this, are we doing enough to succeed, or are we just doing enough not to fail? It's this idea, and everything is linked. As I said many times, you can look at all the different areas when we look at mental performance in sport, and each one of them is connected. It's like overlapping Venn diagrams where all the circles overlap, all the different qualities overlap. And the idea of confidence and false confidence, again, comes back to the false confidence. It cracks under pressure because the noise goes up, because I don't have the requisite skill. I haven't taken care of things beforehand, so I haven't got my bucket as low as it could be. I don't know how to do it. I'm not addressing those things. I'm not self-aware enough to be able to go, actually, because I'm not doing self-reflection on how I can improve. If I've got the skill and self-reflection, and I'm self-assured about the level of skill I have and the result that level of skill will achieve, then I'll be confident in what I'm going to do, because I know I can replicate it time after time. And again, I've spoken about flow and stuff recently as well. So just think about confidence and false confidence. Think about this ice. Do you crack under the pressure sometimes? If you do, it's not a failing. It's information. It says, okay, so maybe I'm not doing something, or maybe I'm doing something, but I'm not doing it well enough. Or maybe there's something else that I have to do that I'm not aware of. It's just information that tells you, okay, if I can do something, I'm competent at it, I will be confident at it, and then I can repeat it on demand when I need to. I won't see these peaks and troughs in performance. So think about your own performance. Did we get that cracking? Is it false confidence, or is it true confidence? Can you think about times when it might change for you? And what do you need to do in order to create that competence? What habits do you need to put in place? What tools have you got to use more? What things have you got to start doing? What things have you got to stop doing? What things have you got to keep doing? What things do you have to do more of? What more things do you have to do less of, in order to get that true confidence, that true performance, that true repeatable, consistent competence that will give you the confidence on a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday? So think about confidence and false confidence. Check in with yourself. Ask yourself questions. Answer honestly. Where can you improve? Any thoughts, any comments, any questions about false confidence and confidence, just let me know.
And that wraps up another episode of Inner Racing by Motorsport Mind. I hope you found this month's topic valuable in your journey towards peak performance in your racing. To stay updated with the latest content, be sure to subscribe to the newsletter, download the app, and subscribe to the blog. Just visit motorsportmind.com or follow the links.